Hey gardeners, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be covering 10 of the best performing fruiting plants that you should grow. Let's go ahead and jump straight into this video. Coming at number 1 is Pitomba. So Pitomba is actually an uncommon type of fruit that is not commonly seen to be grown in really anywhere. The fruit is not sold locally at your big grocery stores like Walmart. You can't find these fruits there. So what usually happens is you usually grow them. So Pitomba is actually a sweet fruit, and it's one of the best performing fruit trees out there that I have grown and experienced with. It is low maintenance, easy to grow, it is heat resistant, and it grows well in our Florida conditions. Coming at number 2 is mulberry. So mulberry is actually an amazing fruiting plant that you could grow in your food forest. It is a very medicinal fruit tree. It is low maintenance, easy to grow. I have not experienced any diseases with this nor any issues. It's a quick grower, and within less than a year you'll be receiving fruit from it. As a matter of fact, this fruit tree has a whole bunch of fruits on it. It's currently flowering as well, so you have a constant all year round harvest. So coming in number 3 is the ice cream bean fruit tree. This is personally my favorite fruit tree out of the entire trees in my garden. I have tried it already. It tastes exactly like ice cream with a hint of vanilla and cinnamon, and it's actually getting ready to shoot out its second flush of fruit, which I'm really excited. It's beginner friendly, it's heat resistant, and I do notice that it loves our Florida conditions. So if you want that type of fruit tree that does well without any hardcore maintenance or any hardcore care, this is the fruit tree for you to grow. Not to mention, although it does take 4 years to set fruit, it's still a very gorgeous tree. The flowers are very pretty as well, and the fruit tastes delicious. Coming at number 4 is, of course, your classic bananas. So bananas do tremendously well here in South Florida. There is hundreds of different varieties of bananas out there, some of them being ice cream beans, some of them being apple bananas, Florida variegated bananas, Goldfingers. There's a wide range for you to choose from. All of them have distinct flavors and growing habits. There's some for when it comes down to smaller growing spaces and some for bigger growing spaces. There's a banana for everyone. They're easy to grow. They sustain, once again, our Florida conditions. As you can see with the banana bunch or rack I have back there, they do an amazing job here in Florida, especially if you give them the proper sunlight and water and feeding. You'll get a great rack of bananas, as I can use that banana rack as my pure example. Coming in at number 5 is the Barbados Cherries. So this tree right here produces, I almost want to say, thousands of cherries when it comes down to their prime growing season. They are high in vitamin C. They're big cherries. They are easy to grow, low maintenance, heat resistant, drought resistant. They grow well in almost anywhere you put them. They can grow in patios, they can grow in your garden. Of course, if they grow in a garden, they'll perform better than if they were in a container, but it still does not change the fact that these are huge performers. I have to say, out of all the lists that we have here, this has to be the number 1 performer because it's an all year round producer. So it doesn't have 1 month where it only produces. It produces all year round. I would say my tree has produced, this is its like, I would say like its 5th or 6th time producing for me. It has just been going at it this entire time, and the heat nor the humidity has had an effect on the tree. So this is definitely one I'd recommend for you. I made actually some cherry compote cupcakes the other day. They came out divine. Coming at number 6 is Sapadilla. So Sapadilla, I don't see it commonly grown, especially nor promoted online gardening or through food forestry. However, this is one of the best performing trees in my garden thus far. As you can see, it's actually flushing out a new wave of new growth, which means it's actually currently flowering. This is its 2nd time flowering for me, and the tree is just covered in flowers, which means we're gonna have a huge harvest when it comes down to the fruit being ready to harvest. Now, I am so excited. This fruit has to be one of the most delicious fruits in my garden. It tastes exactly like cinnamon and pumpkin pie, especially when they are chilled. It is just the most amazing combination ever. I just want to sit down and eat this all day, especially on a hot summer day like this one. They're low maintenance, easy to grow, and you could just plant it and leave it alone, just like I did this one, and it has been performing amazing in my garden. Coming at number 7 is the strawberry and lemon guava. Okay, although guavas, like regular pink and white guavas, do great here in South Florida, they tend to get disease and pest quite easily. However, the cold hardy varieties do amazing here in South Florida. This tree right here is covered in fruit right now, and the strawberry guava that I just planted not that long ago has flowered and already has its very first set of fruit. So something I love about these guavas is that they can grow in cold climates as well in hot climates. As it's a prime example, it loves the garden right now. However, these could also grow in colder climates as they are created as a cold hardy guava. Not only is there the strawberry guava and the lemon guava, I did see that there's a cherry guava as well as the pineapple guava, which is more commonly known. So definitely consider getting some of these because they're drought tolerant, they are heat tolerant, and they can grow almost anywhere in a container, in the ground. It's just a very versatile plant. Coming at number 8 is mangoes. So mangoes are actually the most common fruit tree to grow here in South Florida because they do great, they're delicious, they're sweet, and they're easy to grow. And not to mention there is thousands of varieties of mangoes out there for you to choose from. The ones I have here in my garden is, I don't know the variety of this one, but I do have the Juliet, which I made a video on. And I also am getting ready to plant a lemon zest in my garden, which is my all-time favorite because it is fiberless, it's juicy, it is a big mango, and when it's chilled, it's once again the best thing ever. So this mango actually has been with us for years and over decades. It's been with us since we almost got the house, and so I am super excited. It is giving its final few mangoes, and so as the one I picked is actually one of the few mangoes that are left on this tree, and so they are delicious, sweet, they're fiberless, and so I definitely recommend growing mangoes. They're super easy to grow, and they're container friendly if they're grafted or air layered, and of course you can join them in the garden if you have enough space to grow one. So coming at number 9 is the miracle berry or the miracle fruit. So this one's actually a very medicinal fruit. It helps people with cancer as well as people who have COVID because it would bring back their sense of taste if they have lost it. Now, this type of fruit is very uncommon. You can't find it so easily. And so this tree actually has given me a lots of fruit, and it's actually getting ready to give me a second wave of fruit right now. The only funny part about this fruit is that if you eat it, everything for the next like 45 minutes to an hour will taste very sweet. Everything will have a sweet undertone to it, and I've experimented this myself. Although the fruit is delicious, it is very strange when you're trying to drink water and it has some type of sweetness added to it even after you ate the fruit. So it's a very cool plant. It's very medicinal. It's easy to grow. It could grow in a container as well, but you could also grow it in the ground like I am. And it's very versatile. It doesn't have common diseases or pests. It's heat tolerant. It's disease tolerant. It's just one of the best fruit trees out there. Coming to our final plant is grapes. So grapes are wonderful to grow. Not only is the vine very pretty, but the plant is very productive as well. Now, I don't even know the variety of the grape I have. I know I bought it from Walmart one day. I lost the tag, and so I don't know what type it is. I just know it's a purple grape. It's very sweet, and it's just the best. And this year it's its second year of fruit, and it is just covered in fruit. Not only does it have fruit bunches that it already created, but it's actually setting more bunches of fruit, which I am so happy about. So these are very productive vines. Of course, they are a dormant plant, so they go to sleep during the fall and winter, and they return during the spring and summer. But when they return, they come back with vengeance. This vine has grown so much throughout the years, and it's just been loving its spot. So I definitely recommend growing this. I did want to give an honorable mention to Laura from Garden Answer. She actually did a successful experiment where she grew grape vine trees, which is so amazing and so cool to me. I am actually going to attempt that with a grapevine that was sent to me, and so I would love to give that a try. I saw how gorgeous her trees looked, and I just am obsessed. I really want to get one as well. So I highly recommend getting yourself a grapevine, especially if you have an empty fence that you don't know what to do with. Plant a grapevine and you will be so happy that you did. So those are your top 10 best performing fruiting plants that you want to grow if you want to achieve abundance in your garden. Now leave me down in the comment section down below, what is your best performing plant, as well as what do you love so much about it that you have to name it the best performing plant in your garden. Make sure to leave a like underneath this video and subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. Thank you all so much for watching. May God bless you and your entire family, and never forget to grow big, ultimate gardeners. Bye everyone.